Greetings, fellow beings. I thought that after publishing the first video something would change. I'd become the better, the disciplined version of myself, but as you can see, nothing has changed. It's been 8 weeks since I published it, and well, yeah, here we are. It's been 8 weeks. The reason why I said 2 is because the beginning of this script for this video was written 2 weeks ago. The first video I was supposed to publish 10 weeks ago. This video where I will be talking about the first 2 weeks of my training and also the test that I told in the previous video about this video. I will be showing you how I did. Was supposed to be published 8 weeks ago, and the third video, for which I have already enough footage and kind of script, was supposed to be published I'd say around 4 weeks ago. So as you can tell by that logic, the fourth video, which I don't know what should actually no, I do know what it should be about. It should be about me doing the test again to see whether I became better or not. But yeah, I am running a little bit behind. Oops. You can't escape yourself. You won't suddenly become the best version of yourself. No, it takes daily action to get there. Even though I've been vulnerable about this in the previous video and I do not want to repeat myself, I do want to point out this fact that most likely if I were getting decent views and feedback for my videos, not this, decent, I would have been more responsible, and I hate that because a human is as good as their word. Therefore, by saying these things on the internet, I kind of put extra pressure on myself, and I hate that because my word to myself should be more important than the word I give to the world. If I'm not disciplined and I am a slave to my moods, I should not become the opposite of it solely because there's social pressure. One should strive to become the best version of themselves even if there's no external praise. But alright, I do not again wanna repeat more of the things I said in the previous videos, so again, like I mentioned a little bit above, in this video I will show you the first test, and as you can see it says July 3rd and today is September 13th.
So it took me 2 more weeks to edit this video, so today is like September 25th, right? 27th! Damn! 27th.
Yeah. I would say I'm gonna change for the better, but I know that this is gonna be another empty promise of mine. So I'm not gonna say that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll try my probably not best, because if I did try my best for actually even once in my life, if I did try my best, I would have achieved what I want, but just I'll explain what I had been doing from August till September in the third video, and I have no idea whether I use the correct tense or not. I really need to relearn the English grammar, especially the tenses, especially those future perfect, amazing, spectacular tenses.
I just finished running 2 laps. As you can tell, I need some time to catch my breath. It's been a while since I ran, honestly, for some sort of long distance. I used to train in a bodybuilding style before that, so I wouldn't just do any cardio, you know, because there's no really need for that when you want to build muscles. Oh.
apparently you are not allowed to record videos in the first pitch I was in, so I had to go to another one to record it. And aren't they cute? Here I'm showing 13, thinking that's how many times I juggled. Apparently I'm bad not only in juggling but also math and math. Oh god, no, please make it stop, no, I don't want to see it anymore, no, please stop it, stop, no, no, stop it, I don't want to see it, no. Girls from the academy accidentally hit my camera, and it was a pleasant surprise. Not because I don't care about my phone, but because Uzbekistan is a Muslim and traditional country, so I did not expect to see them. But I was pleasantly surprised, and it is nice to be mistaken sometimes. I'm glad that I was wrong. Go girls! Yeah. My phone got overheated and it did not record the rest of the shots, but according to the notes that I don't really trust because, well, did you see how I counted the juggling? But I did write that I scored 1 out of 6 of the dynamic shots and 4 out of 5 static shots. It probably would be more logical to count only the first shots, but the static is the one I scored on an empty net right in the middle, so if there was a goalkeeper, he would have caught it. I'm still gonna count it, okay? It's my first shooting day since school. I'm not gonna throw it away. The last phrase would have had a little different context had I gone to an American school.
So, I guess I finished. You know what? I have only one thing to say, actually more than one, but I'm never gonna laugh at Darwin Nunes or Højlund ever again. Never ever fucking again. I can relate to them now. but unlike me, they actually earn millions while I play. Well, obviously I'm worse than even them, but what do I mean even them? They're actually high level players. It's just because we amateur viewers from the couch can think that, oh my god, how can you not score that? It's so easy. It doesn't mean that it's actually that easy. Obviously, I'm just trying to, be funny, make jokes.
Yeah, buddy, really funny. Damn, I'm ugly. Looking at myself from this angle, so close, on a big screen. Are those moon craters on my face? Damn, I'm getting bald! Look at this nose. Am I ugly?
But yeah, I knew I was bad. I didn't know I was this bad. But you know what? I'm happy that I'm this bad, because the badder I am, the better it is for my journey as a footballer, because it means that I'm gonna rise from the ashes, from the bottom of something, I don't know. Yeah, I knew I was bad, but fuck, this bad. No worries, no worries. We're gonna train, we're gonna get better. Barcelona wasn't built in a day. Did you see what I did there? What a nice pun. Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know what else to say. I can barely run. My shooting is bad. Gap yok. Evet. Ty wiedział rak.
Why?
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast.
Why? 영원 포토.
gonna be a very long journey. Very, very long. As long as my day.
Расставаться с тобой я тысяч, но опять и опять попытаюсь на сердце я высечь.
That is one sweetie ass right there.
The next day I had a workout in the gym. I always start with a warm-up. In this case it was 5 minutes on the bike. But I also wanted to talk about the things that sucks, which is for athletes, they do not train for hypertrophy. They train for power, strength, explosiveness. They train movements, not muscles. It sucks because I want to be bigger, more muscular and leaner. Although the latter shall be achieved, most of footballers are lean, but there's no size in their arms because they simply don't train since, well, why would they? I've been working out for 7 years, but I had never been consistent until I started going to the gym this year in April. This is why I think I don't really like this type of training, because I feel like I did not really have the time to put in enough muscles. Anyway, we start with the squat because it is a compound and fundamental movement, and right now I'm doing the warm-up sets before I get to the actual working set, which I finally got to. As you can see, I did 4 sets of 4 repetitions, 70 kilos or 155 pounds for our democracy fighters. I could lift more, yes, but I no longer train for hypertrophy, so I shouldn't train till failure. And yes, I am aware of the fantastic camera angle. I'm really good at this, what you call this, making videos. The reason why you're seeing the exercise being put like this is because I want to hide the faces of these people, because I didn't ask for their permission if I can record them. And this is Uzbekistan. People here on average are shy of the camera, and I can totally understand them. I also don't want them to come up to me later asking me to delete the video,
Although it'll be funny if they come up to me requesting to delete it because of the way I hid their faces. The previous exercise was Bulgarian split squat. The only correct way of doing that exercise is to never do it. It is horrendous. Nordic curls, because I heard that this is one of the best exercises for athletes and I want to get good at this. It really burns your hamstring. Another unilateral, meaning you do it with one leg exercise. This was my first time doing this and I have no idea whether this is a good form or not. By the way, what do you think of the socks? Pretty nice, innit? Lateral lunge, another exercise I'm no longer a virgin at. I did only one set because I haven't read the Kama Sutra for it. Tibialis raises because knees over toes says to do them. July 9th I had another kicking against the wall training, nothing fancy. July 10th back to the gym. This time is the upper body, we start with the warm up obviously. Then the bench press where I hit my PR, given the fact that I started going to the gym in April of this year. I think it's a fine result, although I do really want to hit that 100 kilos. Oh look, almost failed. This is the reason why I switched to 60 kilos for set 2 and 3. Next we do pull-ups, the exercise with which I always struggle in terms of quantity. Overhead press because it is a fundamental movement. Deficit pendlay row because pull-up was a vertical pull exercise, so now I needed to do a horizontal pull as well. My technique sucks here, by the way. I needed to bend more to have a parallel line against the floor. By the way, what do you think of socks, huh? Pretty nice, innit? Nordic curls once again, because it's a really good exercise. Speaking of good exercises, tibialis raises once again. Which team are you for? Time to take off the shirt so the girls would watch the video too. Wink wink. I don't know why I hit the Arnold pose. I've never done it before.
Bir texnikan doğramadı bu yedi.
Ben ne tuttum ama pasif mi? Prosto ödedi
Boom!
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
What can I say? Except you're welcome for the sun, the skies, the tides. It is the wrong order. The tides were the first. And I don't care because I already said so. I hope your ears are not bleeding. What I meant to say is that over those 2 weeks, I definitely felt the progress. And this is only the beginning. It is ridiculous to expect to become great at something overnight or 2 weeks. No, it takes time. As long as you're getting better than you were yesterday and you are going in the right direction, all you need to do is continue your path. Eventually, it will lead you somewhere, maybe even to your goal. If you liked the video, please like it. If you didn't like it, please dislike it. If you have anything to say after watching the video, leave a comment. If you want to see more of me, you can check the previous video or the shorts that I make. They are so funny, I promise you. I don't know why I started speaking like this. There probably is something else. Or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me. Yeah. What do else they say? Don't have a sponsor to say that the link is in description. I mean, you can go subscribe to my Instagram, I guess, my TikTok, my OnlyFans.